Welcome back to the Random Horror Show. I am your horror hostess, Keisha Lacey, coming straight out of the Iron Pond Curtain, better known as East Texas. And today's episode, as we just throwing this bitch out and everything, we are going to be talking about our favorite horror movies. It's not in particular order, but I know Halloween was yesterday, but we're going to be celebrating Day of the Dead, Los Muertes. We in Mexico. Texas is Mexico and everything else. So we're going to be talking about horror movies of all favorite times, what everybody be watching all through, the whole like spooky season, also Halloween, and November the 1st, which is Day of the Dead. And of course, I have my awesome, wonderful daughter here, and she gonna be like putting up her, her little tidbits and everything else of what's her favorite horror movies and everything. So y'all heard her say hello there. Hello there. You ready to start? You ready to go?
Oh yeah, let's get this shebang bang.
Let's get the shebang bang going. So
Dead by dawn. Sorry.
Dead by dawn. So, no in particular order, like with spooky season. Like, everybody still thinks spooky season is over, but, like, still, spooky season is 365 days, 24/7.
Every day.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. So, like, which is, like, your favorite go-to movie that you have been watching ever since, if like you're ever like 24 years on this earth?
Pretty much Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
Like, I always like mostly the 80s and 90s like horror films.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that, yes, it didn't age in some of them very well, but it still like has that comedy in there. Just a little bit of it. And it also, like, you can see more of that gore in there too. So I like that as well.
So, like, 80s horror films is like your jam.
Oh yeah.
Like, do you feel like there's any like current horror films that you like? Insidious. So like the Insidious. Okay then. Yeah. So the Insidious. So like
I would say I do like the Insidious series.
Yes.
Red Door.
I haven't even watched Red Door.
You haven't? It was pretty good. I do want to rewatch it again because I know I did kind of forget some of the scenes, but it doesn't hurt to rewatch it again.
That's right. That is so right there. So one of like my top favorite horror films. I mean, I have like a lot, and I feel that like sometimes like being so indecisive as a Pisces that we all like go, I don't know what's our favorite.
Yeah, but
pretty much.
It gets like that.
But I'm just gonna hit like my top tier ranking ones that I really like. I really like rewatch all the time. It's just not like my particular genre that I really like and everything, which I stated last night in my live, that the zombie movies, the zombie apocalypse movies, because like the zombie apocalypse movies have always been around, but
True.
ever since we had that surge of The Walking Dead.
Everybody went crazy.
Everybody went crazy over The Walking Dead, but it's like the longest like series been going on.
True.
But it is pretty tiring.
Yeah.
It's pretty tiring. I think that like genre is a good genre, but it's just like it's overplayed. It's overplayed and overhyped, but I feel that like, it's the same thing with vampire movies.
Vampire movies where it was like, I'm looking for something fresh.
Right.
Like,
so
we need some more hype, some more gore, something differently where it's not predictable.
So I'm gonna just combine all of these movies. My favorite ones that I don't mind watching, of course, like the zombie, apocalypse like genre and everything. It's just like it's overplayed, it's overkill. It's going to be Train to Busan, Dawn of the Dead 1978, and Zack Snyder's remake of the Dawn of the Dead. Now, those three right there, I combine those because of like how the story structure of like all three of them. Well, I'm going to start off with, of course, the first one that scared the shit out of me when I was a little girl, thanks to your Aunt Angelique. She brought this movie home, VHS, all of that back in the 80s and stuff. And that was like one of the first movies that really literally scared the shit out of me. And I was like around 5 years old. And I'm just like, oh shit, we up the street from a cemetery. These little fools gonna be coming out of their graves. They're gonna like come and attack us. I had nightmares. I had a lot of nightmares watching this film because you know who I met. I met Tom Savini.
Yeah.
And Tom Savini did the special effects. This is like him just like starting off, and he's like really getting into it and everything else. Also, when he also cameoed and played a character, one of the what'd you call it, the little looters and stuff at the mall.
Yeah.
And he was in it, and he was so cute too. He's still a cute. I don't care how old he is, like he is still cute to me.
I know the one movie that really gave me nightmares was House of Wax.
Oh, we're gonna be talking about that one too. But
man,
yeah, that was ugh.
That one scene whenever dude got his ankle snipped. That still gets me every time. Every time.
Yeah, that grossed me out. But he did the makeup for that. But like in that time, with Dawn of the Dead, it happened. The most of the action was more like at the mall. So it's like basically had like that story part, just like just like The Walking Dead. But you like have like it happened in Pittsburgh. Of course, that's where Tom Savini is from, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And they're like trying to get away, from like this apocalypse. They don't even know what's going on, why people are eating each other and stuff like that. But before in the movie, before all that action was happening, it opens up like with the newscaster, the one of the main characters. She was there, doing the news. Her boo thing was there and everything. He had this helicopter. We found out that she was pregnant, and of course, like it cuts out with that scene of her getting away. Him or her and her boyfriend, and then there's Ken Forsey's character and Roger. I forgot the guy's name, but oh my gosh, he was so cute. But I love both of them. They were both cute. They was like with the police task, and they broke into like a housing projects, and they didn't know what was going on until there was that preacher that came, and he was like telling them like what's going on, and I just threw the bodies down here in the basement. And it was like some scary ass parts, like when the woman, oh my god, when the woman was trying to get out and she got like her whole ass shit like ate the fuck up, just pulled like skin and bone and flesh. Oh, it was terrible. I mean, you can watch the whole movie like on YouTube. It's really,
chest?
Girl, her neck, chest, head, everything was just raw, like just gross like that. And that was like, oh my god, I can't watch. I had my eyes like closed and everything else. But you had like that social, you had that social theme with it too, because it was like a very how would I say, a climactic time around that the 70s. Of course, I was born in 78 as it is anyways. But you see a lot, like seeing from like Ken Forsey's character, from them going into the projects, this housing projects right there. These people are trying to get out, there was like this dude who was like so racist as fuck and shit. He was like, oh, Puerto Rican scum and all. I'm like, oh my god, bitch, what is wrong with you? But like you had like a lot of that racial tension and stuff with that, with the cops, and then these people are trying to get out, and then this like this zombie outbreak. But another scene that scared me was the kids that jumped out because when they went to go refuel,
Yeah.
and they was looking around trying to look for food and junk like that, and the kids like came out of this room because they heard this knock, and they like attacked like Ken Forsythe's like character, and that scared the shit out of me. And I was like, and that was the one thing that really, really, really like hit me hard, is like this damn virus don't give a damn about kids. Because when you see kids like in a light like that, and you're a kid yourself, oh shit, that will, oh man, that like messed me up right there. Because I was like, I don't want to get bit, and I've always been afraid. Ever since that movie, I've always been afraid if there is like a real ass like zombie apocalypse. As a kid, I have to like hatch out my own like survival system for me to survive and not get bit, because I don't want to turn into one of those nasty things.
True.
Yeah, so that was a one movie that scared the shit out of me. I didn't even watch them until Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead, which, is the same thing. Um, you know, it's, still same thing, but it had Sarah Polly in there. And the guy who played her husband in the beginning, when he got his ass tore up by the little girl who turned into a zombie.
Wasn't that I think it was like in the beginning of it where it showed they would sleep, the parents would sleep, and then the little girl, she like came in.
It was actually not her parents, it was their neighbor's daughter.
Oh.
Yeah, it was.
And she came in.
She came in. Yeah, it was the neighbor's daughter that came in.
Yeah.
And that's what all happened. But the guy who played her husband, Sarah's Polly husband, he was also in Hello Mary Lou prom night too. So Craig, I recognized him. And I haven't even seen him in a while since and then when I seen him, I was like, oh shit, it's the guy from like Hello Mary Lou.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know, but again, like I said in the George Romero's one of 78, then you seen the same thing with the kid busting in the house, tearing her husband's ass up. Sarah Polly with all her fucking might climbed out that bathroom window, got in that little old bitty ass Toyota, and drove her ass on and everything. And I like how like the character plot development of like all of the survivors, you got Ving Rhames up in there. Holiday Heart. Yeah. That's a good ass movie with Ving Rhames in there. Holiday Heart.
I have to watch that again.
Oh my god,
it's been a while since I've seen it.
Oh my gosh, she was so phenomenal in Holiday Heart, and he's been phenomenal in so many damn movies. Then you got Mekhi Phifer, Liam off of Soul Food.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot he was on there too.
Yes, he was on there because his girlfriend got bit and everything, and she was pregnant. So you had,
oh right,
yeah, that was the different change.
Right.
Yeah, that was the different change with that one and everything from, the original character who was pregnant.
Yeah.
In the 78 one. Then you have this one with Zack Snyder. He was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's flip the script. Let's have her to get bitten, and she has a zombie baby. And the zombie baby was really weird looking and shit. I was like, ew, kill that bitch.
No, for real, because that's disgusting.
I know, right? But he was like protecting his like girlfriend and his like baby girl and everything else, and I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, baby girl.
Nah, I would shoot both of them in the fucking head as it is, anyways. I don't give a shit.
Wait, didn't she change too?
Yeah, she changed.
Yeah, because she did have the baby, right? Because she was still human.
Yeah.
And then like right after she,
Yeah, he was just.
That's messed up.
Yeah, he was like, I mean, because he was still operating like as the real world, but he was like so heartbroken and so torn behind that, and he was just like, I'm gonna still like make sure that my child comes into this world. And I was just like, you gotta look at the reality of things, that shit has changed. It really has changed.
It was not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. And then of course you had your favorite characters and your unfavorite characters in the film. And it also same thing like with the beginning of the 78 one, is that you had the security guards that was there in the mall.
And the big time dude, I forgot his name. He's been in a couple programs. I forgot his name. But he was real cute though. But he was like more kind of like that prejudice kind of like bigoted dude and everything.
Bigoted.
The motherfucker was bigoted as hell and shit. But I liked him though because I mean yeah he cute. But I was like damn bro you can do better than that shit. Shit has changed you know. They ain't no like for you to be acting all like crusty and stuff. But
Crusty.
yeah he was acting crusty and everything. But I can understand like why he was acting crusty. Cause he didn't want you know he didn't want like somebody infected coming in.
True.
You know, I mean, I understood like his standpoint right there. You know, he wanted to protect his little ragtag team of like mall security, flashlight cops and shit. Ragtag team of security
I guess
cops.
They were some ragtag team.
I mean, like, but he proved the fucking point though. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, he got bowdy with it and shit. He really did. He really got bowdy with it. But Vin Rames' character. Got again. I loved him in this film. I really did. I really loved him in this. He like brought a lot, and then Jake Weber was in it too. He brought a lot of that, kind of like that calm, you know, logical. He was a blonde headed cute guy, you know. He brought a lot of that with it. So you had like a lot of personalities in this film. Even like some of them were like the side characters. True. You still like care for them. I mean, even the old lady, the one that was driving the truck, and they brought the rest of those people in. You know, especially Matt Frewer, who played the dad that was bit, and the little girl, you know, his daughter, she was just like, fuck, my dad's gonna fucking die, you know.
It takes a lot to process.
I know, right? And also there's like a Disney like actor person that was in this film too. I forgot his name, but I think it was like he wasn't like an Air Bud or something, but he did like play some Disney movies. He had the dark hair who like, you know, he thought like old girl was cute.
I'm trying to think of the Disney movies you talking about. Like the older ones?
Yeah, like the 90s. One is in the 90s and stuff. But he was like in it. And I recognized him in a couple little when he was younger. He was like, and I was like, oh, he cute. Like, you know, he was the one that was with the guy, the security head guard guy, like with his little ragtag team. He was the cute one. He was like the super cute one.
I'm like really, really trying to remember who you talking about.
I don't know.
I'm thinking like, what's that one show?
I mean, I have the movie.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I have the fucking movie though. Like, and really, that was like after, you know, Zack Snyder did that one right there. I was like, you know what? It restored my faith in loving. You know, I mean, I have to be very selective of like the zombie genre, but you know, his was like really good. I mean, it still have that fear factor, that shit, you know, everything racing in my head, you know, my heartbeat bumping out of my chest. He did a really great job of that movie. He really did.
Yes. Good show.
Good show. The third one is Train to Busan. Have you seen that?
Nope. I have not.
Oh my god, Anna, you need to see Train to Busan. Oh my god, seriously, I'm not gonna spoil it, but like everybody knows about Train to Busan. It is a foreign zombie outbreak infestation film. Everything is all in Korean, you know, subtitles.
Ooh, I like.
I know, right?
I mean, I always like those like foreign shows and movies as it is.
I do too.
I like to put some diverse into it.
She said some diverse.
You already know.
But like I've always been like a big fan of like foreign horror movies, anything like foreign shows, stuff like that, you know, international. But this one right here is the one that had me snot crying, boogers everywhere. Bitch, I'm finna turn off like do not disturb on my phone. Y'all better not fuck with me because this is the best damn freaking Zed movie film. And I'm not gonna like give a lot of spoilers because you haven't watched it, but it's very touching. It's very like very emotional, and I may spoil a little bit ain't nobody in this damn film don't have guns. They use wherever the hell they can, and they're on a train. And it's really like the whole centerpiece of the film is about this workaholic dad and his daughter. Mm-hmm. It is so freaking touching, and there's like so many characters in this film, and it also has a pregnant person in here too. But it is so touching to where it just like I was blown away of everything that was like in this film. Even the person that you hate the most in this film, you feel bad for him. Yeah. You really feel bad for him. I mean, you hated him all through the damn movie until the character reveals what occurred. Yeah, and it's just like, fuck, bro. How come you didn't say that in the beginning? You were like that. You're like damn, that. You could have said this in the first place. Yeah, you're like, damn. But those are like my 3 top like zombie films, like horror films that I really love to watch and really cherish. Those are my top 3, like all combined number ones. So like, what's yours? Like I said, like the Evil Dead series, Insidious. And also, Sleepaway Camp. That's it. Oh my gosh, Sleepaway Camp, Sleepaway Camp. Oh my gosh, like that girl, boy, man, really crazy. And the fact that like even after the original, the first one, yeah, back at it again. I know. Next generation. Like, why would you still continue to, like, why? There was, like, I mean, yeah, there was, like, continuing on, like, Sleepaway Camp. And, those were, like, fun. Yeah. But, like, the original one, yeah, like, it was just, like, bars, you know what I'm saying? But Felicity Rose, she was really young. And I actually seen her. She's fucking hot. Like, I was like, I want to be like you when I grow up. I was like, damn, she's still cute. I seen her in a movie called Lilith. She was really good in Lilith. But Sleepaway Camp was one of those movies that had that what the fuck, yeah, endings with it. It really did. I mean, the second one and third one was okay, but it was just kind of like, meh. Yeah, it was just bleh. Just bleh. Just pretty much. Bleh. It was predictable that, yeah. It's just like, they could have just switched it up a little bit. But the original one, you can feel it, like, through, like, just imagine you go to a camp, summertime, and then all of a sudden it's like a child murderer just going around killing off, like, your friends and stuff like that. I know. Because they was bullying and being mean, and, like, damn. Like, damn, girl. But yeah, that was like the whole thing back in the 80s was like the whole like summer camp thing. You had like Friday the 13th, True. Jason, and it was like if you really just paid attention to a lot of the horror films back then, it really revolved around like age of innocence and adolescence and young adults. True. Because they were coming into a time of, self-discovery, of like sexuality, debauchery, hood rat things that a lot of things that like what kids are still being, like teenagers are still doing, and it's never really gonna go away. Like that's just how like teenagers are. You're gonna have some of your teenagers that don't do the things that that some teenagers do of their peers. And it's also like where that discovery of where do I do what my friends do or do I not do it? Do I become a tattletale? What is the like you I mean, and it really that is a very hard stage in life is teenagerism. Yeah. Teenagerism is like the hardest stage ever, and everybody can relate to that. Yeah. And if you talking about, well, I was so picture perfect, and when I was a teenager, so you're a bullshit ass lie. You a bullshit ass lie because you did some shit too. Yep. I know I did. Did a whole bunch of teenager type shit.
Like, who has not, like, tried to vape or smoke? Or, well, back in there was no vaping.
More
but
like drink.
Like, drink and snorted coke, or who had some weed, or, let's have some, like, some teenage sex, we want
to be grown.
We want to be, it's like, we want to be grown.
We want to be grown.
It's like, we got boobs, we got, like, hair on our, like, private parts and stuff. Like, oh, shit, my nuts done dropped and everything. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. It's basically like that.
Yep.
But that was, like, but that film actually, like, had, a lot of, like, how ending can be just so unexpected.
No. That's what I liked about the 80s too, about another thing. Like, they just be throwing in some unexpected randoms. Like Thanksgiving.
I cannot wait for Thanksgiving. Like Eli Roth. Yo, I know all of us have been following Eli Roth for like months and months, as he done dropped his trailer for Thanksgiving. We all been waiting for this fake ass trailer that was on the Grindhouse movies to fucking drop. And everybody has been sitting there going to Eli Roth pulling his little shirt. When you go pull out Thanksgiving? He's like, man, that's just a fake trailer for like Grindhouse and everything. They're like, no, you need to make a movie out of this. So no further ado.
You just got stuffed.
This month, Eli Roth is really bringing it with the Thanksgiving. I'm like, that's gonna be one of those holiday Thanksgiving movies I'm going to fucking watch because I have been waiting for a long time for this.
I just want to watch it again.
No, this is like this is like that trailer he did. Like, he really made a real movie of this. Like, this...
I watched it. Thanksgiving. The movie.
When?
Whenever I was up there. With Bruce.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't released it.
Huh?
He hasn't released it.
Which one? Oh, you talking about a new one?
Yes.
Oh, I'm talking about the first one that I saw.
Are you talking about Thanksgiving with turkey?
Oh, unless you talking
I'm talking about Thanksgiving with Eli Roth.
Oh.
Remember, like, on the Grindhouse movie? Okay, remember the Grindhouse movie that we watched?
Right.
And, not turkey, but he did a fake trailer. Remember Planet Terror? Okay, remember, like, where the fake trailer where the girl was like jumping on the trampoline and then there was a knife stuck up on the trampoline, like slit through it, and she was jumping on the... Never mind.
I'm not sure I've seen that one, but I did see Thanksgiving with the killing turkey.
Okay, you talking about turkey. Oh Lord, we're on two different like levels.
Oh dear.
No, but
ain't that what it's called? On Tubi?
Like, yeah, Thanksgiving is the one with turkey. I'm talking about Eli Roth's, like, Thanksgiving, the one that's coming out this year. This is coming out this month.
See, I didn't know there was another one.
No, for real. Yeah, it's like, it's different.
Or one coming out.
But you have seen, like, Planet Terror and Grindhouse movie, Death Proof, and then Thanksgiving with Robert Rodriguez and everything. Okay.
I'm going to say yes, because I'm not great with names. I just know that there was this goddamn killing turkey, and he was chasing after, like, this Scooby-Doo high school crew, or whatever. They, like, went out into the woods.
They were a Scooby-Doo crew.
Yes, that was like, because you told me about that one on Tubi. Yeah. You couldn't do nothing but just laugh, straight laugh.
That's a good one. I actually did a podcast episode over that. Like, seriously, that was like I love that.
And then he like came in onto this couple.
Motherfucker.
Yes! And then he like came in the room where like this couple. Well, I don't think there was a couple, but the guy and the girl, they was in the bed together and stuff, and then you just got stuffed. Like, what?
Yeah, but I know what... Okay, now I know what you're talking about. Like, I'm talking about that one, but I'm talking about Eli Roth's one. Okay, you remember, like, Inglourious Basterds, the real, thick-ass, cute-ass dude that was on Inglourious Basterds, the one with Brad Pitt? Oh my God.
Nope.
Oh Lord. Never mind.
Nope. Nope. No, ma'am.
I'm screaming. I'm dead. But yeah, but anyway, since we were talking about two different movies and stuff, but do watch like Thanksgiving. It's a low budget film. I love some independent low budget films. With Turkey, he is the villain in it, but it's terribly, terribly funny. I mean, but I'm talking. But the one that I really like is the one that's coming out by Eli Roth. Really, that's gonna be like a motherfucking showstopper. We all been waiting on him. Um, with this shit, and thank you so much, Eli Roth, for just making our dreams come true. But again, watch Thanksgiving with Turkey also. so like another like film, I want to talk about this one and everything too, because like it's one of my favorites.
What's that?
Welcome to Fright Night. For real.
Oh God. Talking about you talking about the older
yes,
older one.
Yes. That's
another one that I need to rewatch too. It's been a while since I've seen that one. That's whenever he went to the what was it? They was dancing.
They went to the nightclub. The fucking best scene out of the movie was the nightclub scene. That was like the best nightclub scene. That's another film that is actually like, I'm not really big particularly like on vampires and shit. I'm more like on werewolves and stuff. Wolfgang. Team Jacob. Oh my God. Oh, we're gonna be talking about that hoe too. But yes, like really another favorite one that I like to watch around like spooky season and all 365 days is Fright Night, 1985's Fright Night with Chris Sarandon, Amanda Burst, the late Roddy McDowell, William Ragsdale, and I'm going to talk about like the second Fright Night too and everything. But like that is one of my favorite classic vampire films that it hit like just a hit a home run with me in high school. You have like fine ass Chris Sarandon, Princess Bride motherfucker and shit and everything. This dude chasing Chucky ass around in the first like Child's Play. And he's a vampire called Jerry Dandridge, and I've also spoke about him in one of my past podcasts, like how he put a heartbeat in my panties, and I'm like, damn, I wish this fool would come up in my room and everything, and
she wanted
bite
to
my neck.
I forgot her name. The actress that was like in the nightclub with him.
Amanda Burst, who played Marcy Darcy off of like Married with Children.
Talking about, I want to be like her in that nightclub with him.
I do too. I was like, I want to be just like Amanda Burst, but like it's so much fun. Just like watching this film, but it also has like a lot of like nuances in it. Same thing like in the 80s, it's dealing with teenagers, especially with Amanda Burst's character Amy, of like really just opening up her like sexuality. We know that Amanda Burst is like, she's part of the LGBTQ community. I already knew that when she was on Married with Children. I already knew that. I was like, okay, yeah. I already knew, and then she came out and stuff. I was like, girl, I already knew that. Like y'all giving me clues like through Fright Night. And of course the actor who played Evil, I mean, same thing and stuff. But I could tell when I rewatched it, and I actually did a breakdown on this on my blog years back, of like how I seen like from Amy's perspective to like Evil's perspective, because Evil, he was made fun of, people just thought he was just being weird, but really, whenever before the nightclub sequence that he went down that little alley and stuff, and Jerry, pretty much let him know, like, nobody doesn't have to make fun of you. You're who you are and everything. Yeah. And that's like one of the things like about like that movie is with Evil's character,
that he felt like an outsider. He felt like nobody didn't like him because he was who he is. And like that, boom, 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 like that's when like my light went off and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Like I really get it. And who hasn't felt they wasn't accepted by their peers, or they thought they this person is strange, or they're too different, they don't fit in, with the clique of the society and things like that. They're an outlier.
Pretty much.
And
I've been there.
Yeah, and like I'm still there, and I'm proud of being the person that I am, even though I'm not like really per se to like.
I just wouldn't want to be in a group that would actually be doing the same thing, like just basic.
Just some basic assholes. Like,
y'all just basic. For real, that's all what it is. Like, damn, like, be yourself. I mean, I know you different than the other person is. Show your uniqueness.
Yeah, being unique. But it was kind of like, he was like the like, Jerry Damages was like the handsome, like, camp, like, counselor of, like, everything. But he was like, come to the dark side with it. Like dead ass. But then it also like opens up of where like Charlie Brewster comes from a home like of a fatherless home. We don't know if his father passed away or his mom got divorced, but he also comes from being raised by a single mom, and she works the night shift, and so that shows like a lot of like why that like whole movie worked is because she was like, oh, I got shifted over to the night shift and everything at the hospital. And that's like something even that you can relate to yourself. Me like raising you, I had to work like these two jobs, or I had to work pretty late, things like that. And that was one thing, because I was a latchkey kid in the 80s. So you had latchkey kids in the 80s and stuff, and you still had like moms that was like raising kids. They have to work long hours, they have to like do all this to make sure the bills were paid, the food was on the table, and everything else. So we have like I think that worked very perfectly, like for this movie to make it really pop. I mean, oh my gosh, but the makeup, the special effects in this bitch.
That's right.
Damn, the special effects was like way off the charts and stuff. And it's the same thing like with Fright Night 2, where Jerry's sister comes in. I don't think you haven't seen that. It's the continuation of Fright Night. Charlie is in college. He still has like that vampire hunter, that Van Helsing, like that, but actually
still going strong.
It's still going strong, but he succumbs to like Jerry Dandridge's sister, and I love the way how they like put a spin on that. He actually gets bit, and but there was an actor in here, baby, he was pretty, and he was on roller skates. Girl, there he was on roller skates, like roller skates, and like I love that. Then you also seen a werewolf in it too. It's the actor, I forgot his name, but he was on Martin. He was the engineer guy that was on Martin, the TV series, very popular in the 90s. He was the werewolf in this film. I love that. I was like, oh, snap. But yeah, if y'all haven't seen like Fright Night 2, like, dude, go check it out. It's like, I mean, it's kind of like a couple of years like after Charlie Brewster, I think it's like in the 90s or whatever. But that was like a really good, still like a really good sequel to like Fright Night. And I like both of those movies, but like Fright Night really is one of those top tier movies that I really enjoyed. As a teenager, you got the fun as like fucking vampire. I follow Chris Sarandon. He has like a podcast, Cooking with Love Chris, wherever the hell he is, whatever he does and everything else. And he grows vegetables. Like, he grows vegetables. Girl, he got like a bomb ass like garden and stuff. He be growing like tomatoes.
Nice.
the purple potatoes. Like, yeah, I know. He turned into like a really good green thumb, and he's like really like he's really like pro, like, we're gonna eat healthy up in this mofo.
Sir, can I come by with a basket?
Right,
So
I know. Like, I want some of those purple potatoes. Purple potatoes are so good. So, what's another like film that like is one of your top in your like horror collection that you love to watch over and over?
Freddy Krueger.
All right, yes, good job. Like, all OG Nightmare on Elm Street, yes. Freddy Krueger. Like, which ones? Like,
always love the Dream Warriors.
Damn, Dream Warriors is like a fucking good one.
It is a good one.
I would say like excuse me, I'm gonna say something about Friday 13th also too. But like Nightmare on Elm Street 1 through 3, I feel that was like the really like top tier of like the franchise. And then it kind of just jumps over.
Yeah, that kind of
it kind of it started to get really like slapstick comical.
They still getting a little more predictable again.
And then
like the newer Freddy Krueger ones.
I feel, and then another one is the Nightmare on Elm Street series. That was a real good one within, because Robert Englund did hosted and stuff, and they had like all these different, different stories and stuff. I love that right there. But yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street was like really good. I feel like 1 through 3 was like the best ones, like out of that.
I always still like the first one, of course.
The first one was
classic.
It was very classic, and that was like really scary. And of course, y'all know I ain't gonna retell the damn story again. But y'all know, a lot of y'all know who listen to this podcast know about like the whole closet situation and with Freddy Krueger and stuff, because that was very scary. I'm not gonna retell that story again. But yeah, like the second one, I feel like a lot of people do shit on it and they never gave it so much credit, because they're like, oh, they say it's like, oh, that's the gay Freddy movie. I'm like, what?
It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't even matter. It didn't even matter. It was still, the pool scene, the freaking swimming pool scene out of that film.
That was just insanity.
That was insane, bro. And then that part where Freddy got into Jesse.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
You may have and you know, like the party got in. Oh my god, that was crazy right there.
That was sick.
It was sick. But then that part of where it scared the shit out of Jesse when he woke up from that dream, you said, you may have the body. And then he pulls back, like, he said, but I got the brains. And Jesse, like, woke up screaming. Oh my god. Yes. I was just like, no fucking way, bro. I'm like, oh my god.
It always trips me up when Freddy had his like little catchphrases.
That was a clean that line was clean. I mean, your grandma, she was saying that, and she was like a big, huge Freddy Krueger fan.
Yeah,
like she loved Freddy Krueger. That whole scene, like, it was just madness and stuff. Especially when Jesse walked into that bar, and it was supposedly like, and I heard the backstory behind like a lot of that the director and everything like really outed him, and he did not want to be outed, because back in the 80s, and I still remember this, it was like still tension and stuff if somebody found out that you was gay or lesbian or whatever. And actors at that time, they had to hide themselves because they want to get roles and things like that. But if you find out like during Hollywood time, they're like, oh nope, your whole like career is over. And I think that was like really sick of that director to do him like that. He didn't want, like, he could come out in his own time and let everybody know, and then and then again, it ain't nobody motherfucking business. It really isn't. So, but I like that the bus scene, like in the beginning when they was riding off, and then all of a sudden it just turned into hell and shit, girl.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. I was like, what the hell?
Girl, I was scared to ride a bus after that. Man. I was scared to ride a bus.
I was like, I don't even want to, like, I felt like that at one part whenever whenever the bus used to come down here. Mm-hmm. But I think after school, probably like whenever I was still in elementary, I want to say, we went around, go through Good Springs, then go all the way to Lake Striker, and it's like a dead end somewhere back there. I think somewhere where we went down that road where Lake Striker is. Yeah, down there. And it kind of felt like that because I was like, where are we going? No. We went down on 13. We continued going down there where Cody used to stay. Yeah. Yes. I was like, where are we going? I'm like, why? At first it felt like Jeepers Creepers. That's what it was. Oh, like shit. On the fields and stuff. Oh shit. And you know, like, it was during about like 4 or 5, and you remember it used to get a little darker around the evening time. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh no, Jeepers Creepers finna come get me. I'm like, I don't even want to be on the school bus, because that part on Freddy Krueger and then the other scene on Jeepers Creepers whenever they was on the school bus. Yeah. And it was nothing but just open field and hay. And I'm like, yeah, no.
Oh my God. That's like super ass crazy. That's super ass crazy. Uh-oh. So like, yeah, like the next ones that we're going to be talking about is like in werewolf movies. So another like good one that like I particularly like to watch and everything is The Howling, Howling 2, Your Sister is a Werewolf, and Dog Soldiers, and also bonus Ginger Snaps.
Never seen it, but I heard of it.
Oh God, you need to watch Ginger Snaps like a mofo. I like dogs, so and also American Werewolf too. So like I like to combine like all of those and everything. American Werewolf scared shit out of me as a kid, but it has like a really interesting story with it. Especially with like how David with the little nurse chick, and I'm just like, what? Like, she got him, like, after he got attacked in the moors and stuff, and then she was taking care of him, and then she's like, okay, I'm gonna take you back to my house, and then I was like, girl, you don't even know this dude, and you let him all up in your house, and you let him all, like, blowing your back out and everything, you know what I'm saying?
I'm like, sir, you need to go home.
Like, sir, I know you're from the States and you have nobody over here and everything, and your friend just got like killed, and you know you're seeing your friend like as the in limbo and stuff, and your friend is telling you, David, you must kill yourself in order to break the like werewolf curse. And you're like, and I was just like, oh my God, like who does that? But okay, I get it right there. I get it. I mean, like, really, if you kind of think about it, like, everything, Jonathan Landis, he did put a motherfucking bomb-ass, you know, werewolf movie. He also, like, oh, God, I forgot his name and everything. I think it's, like, Roger or something. But he's, like, really famous, like, with his special effects. He really did a damn good job with the werewolf special effects, especially when David was changing into the werewolf in her flat, and I was just like, motherfucker, if you're gonna change into a werewolf in somebody's flat, at least lock the damn door.
Not the door was
like you had a key to this flat, lock her door. But that's like when he went on a rampage and just like biting everybody else like that. Yeah. But like that was like a really good one. Dog Soldiers, very awesome movie. It was a little different. Very gruesome, very gory. I mean, it was crazy, crazy, crazy. Has like military. Um, the guy who like played Alfred in, you know, damn Gotham. He played Gotham. He played in Gotham. He also played in a couple of other movies. He was in Event Horizon. That's another good movie right there to watch too. Event Horizon. He was in Sam Petworth. I can't even pronounce his last name, but his dad was actually the third Doctor Who. Before Tom Baker came, before the fourth Doctor, that was his dad. That was the third Doctor, and I didn't forget him, but like his dad like had like a really whimsical like outlook of like being the third Doctor, but that's his father. But he played Alfred in Gotham, the television show. And he's in this film Dog Soldiers. I love Dog Soldiers. It is just really just nasty with it. I love the special effects. I love how like just the whole military aspect of it and stuff. And it was just stank brutal. It was very, very stank brutal.
It was that stank.
Yeah, girl, they did put that stank in that movie. They really did. Another one is like Ginger Snaps. Ginger Snaps is about it's a Canadian film. Oh my gosh, it has Mimi Rogers on there.
I believe I did see the trailer of it, but just never gave it a chance.
You know what? And you should give it a chance because I didn't give this damn film no chance whatsoever when it came out. Because in my stupid ass head and everything, I was like, what the hell? I want to watch these little doofus ass girls and shit like that. But them motherfucking girls, they really did the damn thing in this film. Surprised the shit out of me. Never judge a film by its cover, and I guess it was the cover of the film when I seen it in at Blockbuster or 49 and more, like the video stores that used to exist.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was the covers and everything. It did have like a lot of like marketing, but it just kind of like faded off. But I was impressed with the whole thing, girl. You know what it dealt with? Periods.
What?
Ginger Snaps deals with periods.
Oh yeah, I've heard.
Oh my god, I loved it though. But like, it just took me back to like high school of like how girls can be so fucking vicious and cruel, especially in high school and junior high.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, damn. But like, yeah, it had a lot to do with the way how we are very introduced into womanhood, and I feel like a lot of people like always had like that, especially the negative connotation about like menstrual blood and periods and stuff like that. And I feel that is it's beautiful. It's part of like biology of us, you know.
It actually is.
It really
is.
It's
a part of your science.
It's a part of your science and your biology.
Not to be, oh my gosh, it's so disgusting.
I mean, yeah, you can deal with it and everything and stuff like that. Bitch, I've been dealing with that I've been dealing with that shit ever since I was fucking 10 years old and everything.
Again, if you really look at it, I mean, everybody has blood within themselves. Duh.
I know, right?
And I'm just
crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Right. Is there anything else that you want to add to our talk about like our favorite Halloween movies that we like? It's not like particularly like in order, but we just like, oh yeah, well let's talk about Twilight.
I was gonna say I couldn't think of any other. I ain't watched any horror movies in a while. But what's her name? Twilight. Oh gosh.
Bucktooth Bella, Kristen Stewart.
Oh gosh. I'm still tripping out on the whole ketchup bottle as she was just shaking it like it was salt on a burger and nothing was coming out. I'm like, you just made it so obvious.
Yes, Twilight.
Or like with Edward, whenever when she smelled herself and he looked like he about to throw up.
Yeah, it's like, I stink. Yes, you do stink, girl. Yes, Twilight.
No, he said that's that good stank.
That's a good stank. The ever-loving, popular-ass, like, tween teenager movie, Twilight. It's not really, like, our favorite or whatever, but goddamn, those things are so hilarious. Written by like Stephanie Myers. Um, Twilight was just. I feel like Twilight. Excuse me. It is like it's a like to me it's like a horror for like everybody that the whole Twilight just phenomenal like happened. It's a nightmare and it's a horror for all of us because we had so many teenage girls and boys.
Yep.
It really wasn't like feeling like I've never heard like any guys or whatever like, oh man, Kristen is so hot as like Bella. I didn't hear that. I heard a lot of like team Edward, team Jacob.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It was mostly Team Edward, Team Jacob because they, you know, how they was like, it was the wolves versus like the vampires, and then it took it all the way back into like the, you know, like the actual first generation, the OG, you know, vampires and stuff like that. And then, you know, whenever they also had a war about, what was it? Humans and vampires mating and like having a child within each other, and like whenever the child is born, they're like saying like the child half human half vampires are a lot more dangerous and stuff. Yeah,
which that's another vampire movie I'm going to be talking about after this one too. Yeah, about like the human, like the half breeds, or like which comes into mind of some DC Marvel character that you know what I'm saying. But like yeah, like that whole thing about like, you know, the whole dream and but what's her name? Esmeralda, Esma May, Esma the baby of like Bucktooth,
Esmeralda,
Bucktooth and Edward.
Something. It's more like Jacob pretty much gave her the name.
Oh.
And then Bella, I think she like switched it up, or it was like from Edward and from Jacob, and then I can't remember. But it's something like that. Whatever they named that baby, that 3D digital baby,
ugly ass baby and shit. But like, yeah, Twilight. Like when I first watched it, at first I was like, "Where's this girl's dad? Why is this dude like creeping up on like this buck teeth heifer and everything?" You know, I was like, where's her daddy? Her daddy is the fucking sheriff of this town. He's like the chief of police and everything. Like, why is he not putting the ABP out? Like, what the hell is wrong with him? Like, does he feel that guilty because he has not been in Belle's life? That, like, he just let her do what the hell she wanted to do because he feels, like, so much guilt of not, like, what? Like, bro, like, he just have, like, so many fucking issues with himself. And then, like, the whole, like, Edward, like, keeps going to high school because he just think it's so cute and everything. Like, yo, you are, like, you are a child predator. You are a pedophile. Like, yo, you a pedophile, bro.
Didn't he say he was like 100 and something?
Yeah, you 100 and something and everything. Like, you could have like
118.
Yeah, you could have like went with you could have went with some other chick that was like in her 40s. If you were like 100 and something, and like you could have went with somebody. Like, no, like you were like already like out of school and everything else when you became a vampire, sir. Like, you could have dipped and got with some 24-year-old. Okay, you're 118, but you could have got with a 24-year-old. But no, you had to fuck with the girl that's in high school. Like,
she was, because I think Bella was about like 16,
16 or 17 and shit. Like baby, like seriously, like Bella just did not have any kind of self-awareness about herself as it is anyways. No. And that's like one of the things, like they say she smells like death and all that shit. I was like, ew, this bitch dead, bro. Like she must have, I mean, but you could tell, like, in a way, she didn't give none of them no coochie, you know, nothing like that. She, for real, she didn't. She was just like, no. She just like, like, I don't. That's like one thing I liked about Bella, though. Like, she just like, I ain't gonna drop with you. I ain't gonna like fuck with you. Mm-hmm. She was like basically like with both of them.
Yes, because she actually did like both of them. But it was just the whole, whenever Edward got like a little jealous, and then Jacob, he was just like, I don't know. He was just overly protective over her, which he also did love her as well. So then, like, both of them was just always like head on head with her over her, and then Bella's like, stop. And I was just like, no, y'all really going crazy over this girl.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, y'all really going crazy over this girl, like, for real. And then, like, with her, I was more like, Bella was, I mean, I would be like, Bella, like, okay, both of y'all fighting over me, like, that's cute and all, but I don't choose none of you hoes. Yeah. I would have been like, I don't, you're not making me choose you. I'm not choosing you. I'm not gonna choose you because you're glittery. I'm not gonna choose you because you're a damn, like, big old wolf dog and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you both can fucking hurt me. But y'all keep saying, like, oh, never hurt you, Belle. Like, y'all change into shit. You know, you change into a damn werewolf when you get upset and angry, Jacob. You, Edward, you get the, like, that... Like, you finna have, like, a vampire, like, constipation trip or something like that. And then you can just, like, bite me because, like, how they say, we don't eat people. We just eat animals and stuff. Like y'all vegan or some bullshit. Yes. Like, really? That is, like...
That was all Carlo that was, like, proposing that.
Like, y'all are, like, so hypocritical. Like, the whole Carlisle family and everything, y'all are, like, big hypocrites. And y'all are, like, really weird. I would not even fuck with a family like that. I'm sorry. I'd be like, y'all are vampire family. I'm not gonna fuck with you.
I think that's why, what's her name? I
like Esme, the mean one. Esme, yeah, I love Esme.
Her, and what was the other one?
Alice.
No, not Alice. Oh yeah, I know which one you talking about. The one that's in the Carlisle family.
Yeah,
her. She be cracking me up.
Like, I liked her because she was like a bitch, and I love a good bitch.
You remember when she broke that salad bowl?
Fuck yeah!
She was angry.
Fuck yeah! Giving me, like, Nadia vibes. I am not a complete monster. I'm not a total monster now. Yes. Like, I love her. Like, she, like, cracked me. I mean, she didn't have, like, enough screen time, but I fucking loved her, though. Like, when she's, like, talking, I'm like, what you gonna say, girl? Who you gonna burn? Like, who are you gonna put on the stake and roast their ass? Like, I was, like, wait, no. Cold. Like, she was really cold. Like, I love cold-ass bitches like that. You know what I'm saying? They like some boss bitches. But I give it to Bella for being a boss bitch, you know, because she was like, I ain't even, like, I ain't fucking with both of y'all like that. But again, she like, Edward, because he like see me like sleeping, and he was like, and I'm just like, girl, that is like some codependent, like, I'm in love, like, you're an enabler, and Edward is your narcissist, like, that is, like, you are his supply, girl, and then he gonna change you into I'm gonna be a vampire. No, you did not.
She sure did.
You didn't want to be a vampire, bitch. She sure you did not want that. Like, we was rooting for you. I'm like Tyler. I'm like Tyra Banks. We were rooting for you. I was rooting for you, but you chose the latter and everything because I love Edward. Mm-hmm. Like, no, you didn't ask for that. Edward did not even give you a fucking chance to live your own life as a human being. Now you will come on to your fucking terms and say, like, hey, you know what, Edward? I really want to be a vampire. He did not give you that chance, bitch. Bitch, you actually lost. You actually lost. I'm just saying it. Your ass lost. You lost. You didn't gain shit. You fucking lost.
The fact that she gained more strength than Edward was whenever she did get turned.
Yeah, for real. Like, for real, she actually did, but then I found, like, her strength and everything as a human was, like, more fucking powerful than her turning into a vampire. I mean, yeah, you got super speed or super strength. Yeah. Woo, 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 woo. Big freaking deal. You're like the bionic woman, but you eat, like, raw meat and drink blood, but like still she had like a freaking power. Her power.
Say, didn't she whoop Jacob ass?
Yeah, she like whooped his ass, and then she could have whooped his ass when she was human too.
She
because
did.
Like really, if you think about it, she actually had that power when she was human and stuff. Like for real, just because you changed over and flipped the script of being a supernatural being and stuff, like I feel like you actually lost. Like, it's cool to be like that and everything. You're gonna live forever, but I feel like she had so much power because she drawn like two supernatural beings to her like flame or her dead ass flame with her buck teeth ass.
Oh yeah, her little shield, whatever that was.
Whatever, like her shield something.
Yeah. I guess it just came more out whenever she did turn and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
but even before she turned, I'm pretty sure if she just practiced it a little more,
oh my god, she would. That's the reason why. I'm like, that's the reason why. But everybody thought it was so cute with her, and of course the showmans like of her, Home Biscuit and like Kristen. But like seriously, like I liked her in that underwater movie that she did. Remember, she was like in that submarine movie. I forgot what it's called, but she was like the bomb in that. She also was. This was not her first time like being in a supernatural type movie. There was one where she was like, she was younger, and it was like her family moved into a house, and the house was haunted. So when I seen her, Kristen Stewart, in this film, I was like, okay, I see this girl actually doing stuff like in the supernatural, realm of like genres. Her fucking acting still dead as hell. But I was just like, she was just dry and bored. She was just a dry board. And I think that's the reason why she got the role as Bella, is because she's just dry as a fucking board. But yeah, she was in this movie that was like, she was up underwater. I forgot what it was, but she was really good in that movie. She really like her acting skills was like boom boom boom. Of course, she was like in Snow White and the Huntsman with Charlize Theron. She was good in that one too. There was some controversy with that. That movie didn't get a lot of ratings. A lot of people didn't like it, but I liked it and everything. I know that old Home Biscuit and everything, Robert Pattinson, he did very well playing the Batman. He did really good in The Lighthouse. I know a lot of people is like mixed reviews like on The Lighthouse and everything. That was a really good film, especially with working with Willem Dafoe. Like, you know how Willem Dafoe is, man. Willem Dafoe been on like that role for a long ass time. Yep. But I don't know what happened to like on Homeboy who played like Jacob and everything. The last movie I seen him in, it was like some action movie. Didn't do well. It bombed. And I have not seen him ever since then. Ever since like Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Talking about Tyler Lautner.
Yeah, Taylor Lautner. Yeah, Taylor Lautner.
Oh yeah, because I remember he was on what's that movie? I think it was called Abduction.
Yeah, that's the movie I was talking about, Abduction. Yeah. That's the last movie I've seen him in.
Yeah, that was the last one.
That was it right there. And speaking on that, like another fave and everything, and it's your fave, and I raised your ass on there. Blade 1 and Blade 2.
Oh yeah.
Good old Blade.
Yeah.
When you talking about you open up the floodgates on half human, half vampire, have all our strengths and none of our weaknesses. Blade. That was the best ass movie. Blade 1, which is opened up the doors, for a lot of the Marvel MCU universe to come out. Like we have it on Strong.
They better stop discrediting my boy Blade like that from Marvel, because he is a part of the Marvel universe.
He really is. He is a part of the Marvel universe, but like he really like that movie like set the tone and opened the doors for like a lot of like MCU like Marvel movies to come out. And I love the scene of like the first scene, the whole like club scene with the blood and everything, which Nadia said my like sprinklers are not working just like on Blade, when like Nadia like opened up the nightclub and stuff.
Yes.
And we seen Carol, I said Carol. Karen Jensen, which is played, God, I forgot her name. I'm like brain dead like you. I can't even like talk. But when I seen her in the film, and I was like, hip hip hooray, this is like an awesome like role like for a black woman to like play, a hematologist. Her boyfriend got bit the fuck up by Donald Logue and everything. Goddamn, Donald Logue was so fucking funny in this movie. He was so funny in What We Do in the Shadows too. He did a cameo appearance a couple of times, in this last season. And
Into the Shadows.
And like Blade was like really good. I mean, it spurned off to like a cartoon. You also seen him like a couple of times in Spider-Man, the cartoon Spider-Man.
That's true.
You know, Saturday mornings we seen Blade, and of course it went into like Blade 2. And guess who directed it? Guillermo del Toro, which by the way is directing a Frankenstein film. I'm very excited about that, and I just cannot wait to see his vision of Frankenstein, since he did a really good movie. First movie he did was Kronos. It was a badass movie. I loved it. The love of a grandpa and his granddaughter. It was so sweet, but the grandpa turned into a vampire.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It was. It's really bittersweet though.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to see this because Guillermo del Toro did Blade 2. Love the special effects in it. Ron Perlman's in it because I was like, okay, Ron Perlman, and I was like, oh, okay, Kronos, because Ron Perlman was actually the only American actor in Kronos with when first directed by Guillermo del Toro's movie, and which it made sense. And I liked Blade how they did move it to like the second one, even the vampires, the little mutated vampires and stuff. That was like really nasty. That was like, oh god, even the like, damn dog and oh my god, oh my god,
that's what messed me up right there.
Oh my gosh, no. It was like this. It was like a evolution of like vampires and stuff, and like Blade and like a homegirl had to like stop this and everything, and I felt like that that second Blade was badass. I mean, I liked the first Blade because it was badass because you had Stephen Dorff, Donald Logue, you had like, oh my gosh, you had like Udo Kier. I think I pronounced his name wrong, but you know, he's been in a lot of movies and shit. But it was just so badass, like how they presented, like, you know, we had like superhero, you know, comic book movies and stuff like Superman, Spider-Man, and all that. But then it's like, okay, Blade, how are we gonna do this? And I was like, yeah, they did Blade very well. Now the third one, it was all right. I don't recall much of it. I know, right? I mean, some things I recall. I mean, because, you know, Ryan Reynolds was being very extra annoying and shit. Of course, like, he fits Deadpool to a T, but, like, he was very annoying. In Blade 3 Trinity, and, of course, Jessica Biel was in it. Like, I feel that Jessica Biel, she's also a Pisces too. Jessica Biel did a wonderful job at the, you know, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Of course, it has like Matthew McConaughey in it too. Matthew McConaughey. But I feel that like Jessica Biel always been given like mediocre roles, and it's not letting her shine. She do have like a few movies where she is shining, like Seventh Heaven and stuff. She really has some good acting chops though. But I think her, I don't know, maybe her agent is just giving her shitty ass movies. Because I feel that like she actually did a good job like in this movie. She really is. She did. Yeah. And the whole part about her being Whistler's daughter and stuff like that, that's a bit of a stretch. Then, of course, like Parker Posey. Parker Posey was the queen of, like, indie movies. She did she did a very annoying, great job as being that fresh vampire, you know, boss lady like that. She was fucking annoying. She was really irritating as shit. She really did. But I was like, you know what? That's like the same bravado and arrogance that a lot of them has done. And I bet like Deacon Frost had that persona when he first became a vampire, and then of course joining the ranks and leagues of the Vampire Society, you know. And I was like, oh, okay. Again, another perspective that I've seen watching it a couple of times. I was like, okay, I believe this character. This is the way how a motherfucker will act if they're a vampire. And they will be like this.
That's true.
Yeah, really, it will be like that. And of course, you've seen like some wrestlers up in this bitch and everything. You know, like really, like a lot of like horror movies, like really opened up a lot of doors for a lot of actors. It really did. It really did. It really does. It really does. You know, but that's enough of our time, and thank you so much, and thank you, my daughter, even though she's like, I forgot, I can't remember. That's okay, but like, that's okay. We want a different perspective on shit and everything as it is anyways. You can follow me like on Instagram at the Random Horror Show. You could drop me a couple of lines, like, on my IG or whatever. Just say, hey, what's up? What you doing, boo? Shit, it's still cuffing season, but like the deadline for cuffing season is like next week and everything. So hurry up and put like your applications in for cuffing season. I will go over your applications, but all your asses will be denied as it is anyways.
You're gonna run a background check.
Run a background check and everything else. This is like we're running credit. We're running credit. You know what it is? We're running credit. You can also drop me like an email if you want me to review a movie, you want me to like be a guest on the show. That's at therandomhorrorshow@gmail.com. We have like FRDS that's coming up as the Random Horror Show random guest. Very delightful, awesome person, and especially if you not have read The Effects of Honorium, do read that. If you have not read that last month during spooky season, read it anyways, because like her character Lilith is something else. I call her the Avenging Angel, and you will get to hear me and her chopping it up this month at the Random Horror Show. And I'm not on Threads and everything. I was on Threads, but I deleted that. It was kind of slow and stuff. But you can still reach me like at my Instagram and my Gmail. Also, my Facebook. If you want to drop a line or whatever. That's still the same name, The Random Horror Show.
Hit her up, hit her up. Hit her up, hit her up. Hit her up, hit her what? Say what? Hit her up, hit her up. Let me hit it, let me hit it, let me hit it, let me hit it, let me hit it. Yeah.
There's my hype woman right there. It's like she really do hype me up, and she hyped me up like on a gig too. I think that was pretty cool right there.
Don't mind me just for not speaking so much on this podcast. I'm just trying to stay alive in the spooky season. It's still spooky season.
Oh, they don't give a shit. It's still spooky season like a motherfucker though.
Hell yeah. You got that right, because creeping it real.
Creeping it real. We still gotta take down the Halloween shit. Probably like around Thanksgiving. But nah, it should be like 1, 2, 3, like
pretty much.
I
mean, but it's still catching all them bugs out there.
I know, right? That the dollar store, Dollar Tree, $1.25 fake ass cobwebs catch many bugs. Remember that. It may look funny. Yes. You might have it in the summertime, but them hoes will catch some bugs like nobody else. I'm just letting you know.
It adds like flavor into your decorations.
It really does. It really does.
On Halloween.
It really do.
It do.
And that is it for our time. I'm Keisha Lacey.
And I'm Anna May.
And this is the Random Horror Show.